So location, location, location. I know in our business we hear it all the time, right? It's like, hey, it's where you're at that's gonna sell. And that's important for us to think about as well. So when we're thinking about location, right? There's a couple of things that we really wanna consider is price point, right? Where do you see yourself selling, and what price point do you wanna be selling at? Because, you know, what's gonna happen is where you, how to say, there's a goose saying that says that's something like saying the goose fly together, and you're basically
Birds of a feather.
Ducks
birds
fly
of a feather flock together. Yeah, birds of a feather
I
flock
like your
together.
version
Yeah, the
better.
goose.
Yeah, I don't know. But
I think it was going duck,
but-
duck, duck, goose.
yeah, but that's the reality behind it. Or like a lot of you guys are moms, you know. So you guys know that, hey, your kids' friends really determine what they're going to turn out like. No matter what people think, that's a really big part of it, right? Because it's social conditioning. So you want to think about that when you're thinking about this point, about choosing a strategic open house. It's like, where do you see yourself selling? Do you see yourself selling at a price point that's, you know, $65,000 only? Is that where you really want to go, you know, cash your net? Or do you want to be at a different location, like at the top 90% of the market, right? So that's what I did here. And I chose a house that we currently have listed on 6th Street, Nancy's listing actually, and it meets all the qualifications, I think, that would put you in a good spot, right? The price point was $400,000, right?
What about my Monroe?
Yeah, no, well, actually,
Just stop one time.
your Monroe's a good one, but it doesn't meet the last qualification,
Oh,
which is the
the
natural
part-
anchor, and I'll talk about
Savable.
that. But here, it's an escrow, but it was more of an example of like, hey, this is an ideal location for an
Yeah.
open house, right?
Okay.
Okay, so you got the
Oh,
price
no
point.
traffic.
Our average sale price, I think, is like about $315 still.
Mm-hmm.
This is a $400,000 house, so you're selling way above that price point. You're meeting people that are looking within that price point. You're meeting the neighbors that are within the price point. So think about that, right? It's highly trafficked. Could it be accessible? Is it accessed by a highly trafficked street? Absolutely, right? You know, here's Pacheco, and here's Fourth, and here's Center. Center, Pacheco, and actually Page right below here. Super traffic. People drive by all the time. People
Especially in the
know them.
morning and in the
Yeah.
afternoon for the school.
Exactly, and so you have people going there all the time already, right? So you don't need to worry about, like, let's say you did an open house on my listing at the ranch on Sunset. Like, it's gonna be very difficult to drive people to that open house, regardless of what type of property it is. So that's something that you really should consider, right? Is there parking available? All these streets, wide streets, a lot of parking, ample space for people to just drop in, walk right across the street, show up. It becomes very easy. You have to think about it is people love convenience, and people will do anything to get away, to not do something, right? If they're just kind of, I'm thinking about buying, I'm ready to go, but let's go check out that house. There's no parking. Let's just go to the next one. That's what's gonna happen. But if they could just drive up and just walk across the street, they'll show up.
I agree, Walter.
And then natural anchors. This is what I mean by natural anchors are not only streets, but what's there permanently that's actually driving people to that area, right? And here, as you can see, we have the Catholic Church. I forget the name of the Catholic Church.
St. Joseph.
St. Joseph's Catholic Church. I mean, how many people go there on Sunday? Thousands. It's thousands of people. Yeah. So what happens is you have this natural anchor or magnet that's drawing people into that area. When we talk about signage, you're gonna have a whole bunch of people already there looking at your signs, regardless. So it's branding, it's traffic, and it just leads for you guys to have a more successful and predictable open house, right?
Don had one there, right, Don?
Yeah.
And
when I do that area, I always do them on Sundays, and I go and put signs over by the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
Remember that time we did it together? I did one, you did one, we
Yep.
put them out.
Yeah.
We did well.
Yeah, no, and that's really what it is, and well, you have a great house, number one, but then you have every reason for people already to be there. I mean, the work is basically being done for you, right? Aside from the stuff that we do outside of this. So yeah, but just think of that, location, super important when you're looking at it. Our inventory is high enough where you guys can actually choose where you can do an open house, right? If you want to niche at Latino buyers or Spanish speaking buyers, then you go, where are they mostly buying, and then where let's go that area, let's attract them, so anyways, so that's you know, for me personally, if I was gonna do an open house, ideally I'd do it almost every weekend there. Yeah, just plain and simple,
Right.
you know, until it's sold.
Yeah.
Or anywhere in this area here. And even this area, you know, I mean, it's just it's so great. Anyways, that's that. Any questions about location?